And now, the starting lineup for the Randolph Cardinals. At guard, a 5'9" junior, number 1, Owen Nelson. At guard, a 5'10" freshman, number 3, Drew Hines. At guard, a 6'3" junior, number 12, Carson Conley. At center, a 6'5" senior, number 23, Gabe McCoy. And at forward, a 6'4" junior, number 30, Jaden Huntington. And the rest of the Randolph Cardinals, they're coached by Mr. Kevin Hind.
That's our idea! Copycat!
And now, the starting lineup for the Salamanca Warriors. At guard, a 6' senior, number 10, Hayden Hogue. At guard, a 6' sophomore, number 23, Lucas Brown. At guard, a 6'3" junior, number 30, Andy Herrick. At forward, a 6'1" senior, number 24, Harley Hogue. And at forward, a 6'5" senior, number 33, R.J. McClarney. And the rest of the Warriors. They're coached by Mr. Adam Bennett and assisted by Mr. Greg Herrick. Tonight's officials are Mr. Tom Ginesto, Mr. Eric Hemphill, and Mr. Ken Woodruff.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Western New York Athletics. We're live here on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. We're live here at Salamanca High School as we get ready for a Class C non-league battle between the Salamanca Warriors taking on the Randolph Cardinals. Both these teams played earlier in the season, back on December 28th, when in Randolph, when Salamanca won the first battle 68-64. They come in for round 2 in this matchup, and Tom, easily looking at a possible Class C title game here tonight.
The number 7 team in Salamanca ranked in New York State in Class C, number 10 for Randolph. We got a matchup. It's already been known that this is going to be a big matchup. Both teams leading the way in C. This is going to be big.
They're also both in the top 10 in Buffalo News small school polls. Salamanca 5th, Randolph 6th, and we are underway. Carson Conley with it, handing it off, getting it over to Jaden Huntington. They swing it around from the left side to Drew Hine, back to Huntington, and now they give it back to Carson Conley. They move it along the perimeter. A screen by Gabe McCoy. They don't use it. Huntington for 3, hitting left iron, and the rebound's there for Lucas Brown. Hayden Hogue. Swing it over to Harley Hogue along the right corner, along the baseline, back now to Hayden Hogue. They have McClarney in the post. Ball is almost taken away. Brown with it now, trying to pop up for a 2-pointer. Ended up airballing it. Still in possession of Salamanca. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Too long for Brown. Ball is bobbled. Salamanca, though, with 3 seconds left. Brown on a drive, trying to find a way to get the shot up, but it won't count. 35-second shot clock violation.
Brown is your leading scorer for Salamanca with 21 points on the season. What did they say, Jake? Shoot or shoot. That's what he's going to do. He's going to find the shot with 21 points per game, no doubt. He'll be still on the scoreboard.
And along with him, Andy Herrick averaging just under 14 points per game. Ryan McClarney just under 10 a game, and both have done a good job, both shooting the 3-pointer as well. Drew Hine finding from Huntington to Connolly along the left wing, getting it back over to Owen Nelson. Nelson facing trouble. Gabe McCoy in the post, being triple teamed as a couple of masks fall to the ground, and a foul's called against Salamanca.
Not only the fall to the ground, it got ripped, everything on that one, right? But go down low. McCoy is going to be their top scorer right there for Randolph. He's got 128 points on the season. And then right behind him, Carson Conley, number 12, is your second point scorer there. They're your 2 guys leading the way on the scorers table.
And right behind him is Drew Hine, who has a knack for shooting the 3-ball, just like his older brother Tyler Hine did, as the first bucket of the game comes from Randolph. Open three on the way, swishing it down. Andy Herrick, the junior, getting his first bucket of the game and for the team.
We're going to talk about Andy Herrick later today. This day is special for Andy Herrick.
Randolph able to beat the press. Hind wide open for three and getting a three of his own. Drew Hind, the freshman. His older brother, Tyler Hind, we've known very well, holds the record in Section 6 for most three-pointers in a high school basketball career, as Ryan McClarney will go to the line to shoot two. Fouls on Gabe McCoy. McClarney averaging 9.7 points per game, shooting 40% from three-point land. As his first free throw attempt rattles in and out. Salamanca had a big win over Dunkirk in their last battle, winning 91-43. McClarney was a big part of the rebound department, led the team with 13 total rebounds. And the second one goes 0 for 2. Lucas Brown, though, with the offensive board. He gets it right back, can't get by McCoy, and Salamanca will try to swing it around. Herrick over to Hayden Hogue, trying to find the open man. Trying to get it back over to McClarney, and it's stolen away. Nelson gets picked pocket, though, and the Warriors come back in transition. Brown wanted the three, nothing was there. Herrick feeding it underneath the baseline, going up, and Gabe McCoy with the initial block. That was Harley Hoke trying to go up for a bucket. And then a pass over from Huntington to Carnley, goes over Connolly's head and out of bounds.
That was McCoy's 29th block so far on this season.
5 threes our score in favor of Randolph. Nice little 1-3-1 defense, high 1-3-1 defense they've been showing. Herrick trying to get an open shot, it's too strong. Brown for three, that's off the front rim. Hind being guarded by Herrick as this one gets tipped and out of bounds. We'll get our first substitution of the game. Randolph, number 2, Roan Kelly, will check into the game.
When we get our first timeout in this game, Jake and I are going to talk why you're seeing so much purple here today. A lot going down here at Salamanca that they're celebrating, and we're going to talk about it.
Roan Kelly, who checked into the game, had scored 24 points in their last battle against Frewsburg. Randolph won that game 83-46. Hines three off the left corner, knocks it down. He's already got 6 points. This high pressure from Randolph has been suffocating so far, as this ball will go out of bounds, staying with Salamanca.
Fast pace early in this game, and definitely Hind has got his shot early. That could be big for Randolph.
A nice pop-up jumper for Harley Hogue. Gets the offensive board, gives it to Hayden Hogue for the putback.
Nice pass right there. Could have went back up, found the open man. Great job.
Randolph breaks the press. McCoy was trying to find, looked like that was Roan Kelly, but Randolph will keep possession.
You're going to hear, we got the cheerleaders right next to us too, Jake.
Huntington with it, over to Conley, now to Drew Hine. Fakes that deep three, likes to shoot it though when he gets an opportunity. Tries to get right by the zone, trying to find an open person. He breaks through, cuts for a layup, goes out of bounds after he misses a shot, and Salamanca will get possession back.
Nice movement though, nice penetration into the paint, way to use the glass, almost comes up with a big play.
McClarney giving it from Hogue to Harley Hogue, and it goes off him out of bounds. So 3:15 in the first quarter. You hear both fan bases going nuts right now on the Randolph and Salamanca side. Roan Kelly loses his dribble. Salamanca shown to have this really good defense, and now we get a 10-second violation. And this was something, you know, when I went to go see him down when Salamanca took on Fredonia, they were just absolutely phenomenal against this press. Herrick trying to find McLaren and off Kelly, out of bounds. So over to Brown. Facing a bit of a double team. Lobs it over to McLaren. He'll lob it over to Herrick. From left wing to the top of the key. Brown for three. That one rattles in and out. Harley Hogue with the offensive board. And the foul will be on the floor against Randolph. Substitutions for the Cardinals. Griffin Nelson, the freshman, will come into the game for Carson Conley. Now Herrick, open three, rattles in and out. Now from Hine to Huntington, the click outlet pass. Hine, deep three, short off the front rim. Now Hogue, the Herrick, finds him McLaren, trying to kick it out to Brown. Some nice defense though against Nelson. Now back to Brown, he'll shoot the three, and can't get the friendly roll. Hine trying to cut right through, and Salamanca will commit the foul with 2:05 to go in the first quarter.
This pace is relentless early on in this game, right? It's been non-stop action up and down the court.
Couple of substitutions. Number 14 for Salamanca, that's Cole Headland, will check into the game. And number 1, Owen Nelson of Randolph, comes back into the ball game.
And I'll tell you, if this pace keeps up like this bench will become very important for both teams.
Looked like we had something on the court for an official's timeout.
Yeah, he picked it up already.
Huntington with it, fakes the handoff. Now try to lob it over to Gabe McCoy. Gets not double team, triple team, and that pays dividends for Salamanca.
You got to feel that, right? You got to kick that back out.
And McCoy gets a steal of his own. Brown trying to strip it away as the ball goes on the ground, and a timeout called against Randolph with 1:38 to go in the first quarter, but we'll stay with here on the broadcast.
All right, folks, this is what this has been all about right here. You can see this. It says beat cystic fibrosis. This is exactly what they're out celebrating today, and this is really about, they've done this for the past 4 years down here at Salamanca, and it's really for one of their players that they also talk about here in Andy Herrick. What a phenomenal job they've done here. You can see the purple shirts all over. This is the shirt that they're all wearing. You can see the purple balloons across the way right now, where they did an entrance early on. If Russ, can you go over to the balloons for me? You can see, you can go right over to the, you can see the archway right there, the balloons. That's where they came in. They did a great entrance right here. Where you can't see right now where the cheerleaders are, as well as a lot of the fans, all wearing purple. This is really to celebrate beating cystic fibrosis today. 2 checks were presented before the game, one by Salamanca, and Randolph also participated in this one. Class act, great job by both teams here.
Yeah, and all the donations will go to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. As Randolph committed a turnover, traveled. There's now Hayden Hogue with the double team, trying to save it, and they do. Trying to get over to Lucas Brown, goes off the backboard, but the Warriors still keeping possession. It's now Herrick. Over to Brown. Some nice zone defense. Drew Hine doing a phenomenal job on Brown. He pops up the jumper. That's too strong. And a foul called against Salamanca.
It's hard to tell who this fast pace is benefiting right now, right? It really haven't seen really a benefit come out either play. We did see Randolph try to slow it down that last set and set something up down low. Let's see if that changes. But the full court press here on.
They're able to beat the press from Hind, getting it now over, swinging it to the right side of Huntington. He faces a double team, bounce passing it to Owen Nelson, who he faces a double team of his own, down to McCoy. Drew Hind now with it, getting it over to Griffin Nelson. Now Owen Nelson with it. Nice, beautiful bounce pass. They kick it outside. Deep three on the way. Bang! Drew Hind along the left wing. All of his shots come from three-point land, has 9 of the 11 Randolph points so far. McClarney trying to get a two-pointer right away. It was off the mark. 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Here's Huntington. They swing it around. Owen Nelson. They go along the baseline. Hind at the buzzer. It's too strong, but it wouldn't count anyway if it went in. And the first quarter comes to an end.
That's a shooter you can't leave wide open right there. You're going to leave him wide open. He's going to make it pay every single time right there. Great job by Hind. And right now, Hind has really been the difference in this game.
We'll take a quick break in the action. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second quarter. You're watching Western New York Athletics.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home Hannah. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Even the most prepared moms experience the
Welcome back, everyone, to Western New York Athletics. As you're looking there live on our screen, Salamanca playing a little bit of fun here in the arena as they have a Covenant Warrior graveyard. Rest in peace to the teams that they've defeated throughout this season. And as you see, they have 8 of them up there, all tallying the record they have so far this season with an 8-1 record. One of them coming up against Randolph in their first meeting back on December 28th. As they like to put another tally up there to not only get their 9th win, but to go 2-0 on the season as well. Second quarter now back in action. Herrick trying to go up with it, and he couldn't get the roll, but he was fouled in the act of shooting. And no shoot 2 from the charity stripe. First free throw attempt is in. Quickly talk about our officials for tonight's game. We have Tom Yanetsko, Ken Woodruff, and Eric Hempfield as our 3 officials for tonight's game. Andy Herrick going 2 of 2 from the line. Bounce pass to Drew Hind. Wanted to take the 3, but tried to hesitate. In doing so, he ended up double dribbling.
One of those officials, Eric Hemphill, he's the head coach for baseball for Allegheny Limestone. So you may recognize that name or that face when you see him out here on the court.
Brown fakes the three-pointer, kicking it over to the right side to Herrick. Brown wanting the ball back, but it will go to Hayden Hogue. McClarney over to Brown, who gets double teamed. They swing it around. Herrick down to Harley Hogue underneath the baseline against Huntington. Nothing's there. Ball is bobbled. Last off Randolph. And whereas Salamanca liked it, Randolph did not.
tell you, going into this game, I probably would have picked the over in this game, right? Where we're going to see a shootout. Early on, defenses have just been fabulous, both sides, keeping this a very low-scoring game.
And the main point guard, Hayden Hogue, to Harley Hogue, trying to move to his left, couldn't find anything, pops up, too strong. Lucas Brown for another offensive opportunity, tried to go again and couldn't get it. Now Carson Conley along that wing. They swing it to the left side, now back over to Owen Nelson. Now to Griffin Nelson. Hand off to Drew Hine, didn't like what he saw. Guarded by Herrick. Now to Griffin Nelson to Huntington. Connolly with it. Less than 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. 5 seconds now left to go. Really good Salamanca defense. It's tipped, it goes out of bounds. But let's see if it'll say it ran off, and it does. And look at that shot clock. 1 second left. Gabe McCoy will check back into the ball game, in for Griffin Nelson.
Yeah, that's coach just saying, get those hands up, stop some sort of, make the deflection.
He's out Hine for 3 and ends up airballing it. Hayden Hogue gets right by Hine. He shoots it over to Herrick. Harley Hogue now over to Brown. Brown, Harley Hogue underneath the baseline against McCoy. Wasn't going to work. 3 on the way. Can't get that friendly roll as it hits the top of the backboard and will signal out of bounds. Got a substitution for Randolph, number 2, Roan Kelly, the sophomore, will check back in. He loses his dribble. They're trying to find Huntington, and Salamanca able to use their press to cause a turnover.
Yeah, that trapping defense has been key so far.
Brown for 3, hitting back iron. Hasn't found his touch yet from beyond the arc. He's now Hind. Giving it to Owen Nelson. They kick it out. 3 on the way. Huntington knocks it down. McLaren fakes the 3, going along the baseline. Faces Huntington. Brown goes up. Can't find a shot yet. Ball's bobbled, and the Cardinals will bring it in the other direction. Hind floating it up, off the glass and in. And with that, a timeout is called by Salamanca with 5:07 remaining in the second quarter. Randolph up on Salamanca, 16-7. We'll take a break in the action. You're watching Western New York Athletics.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation.
5:07 left to go in the first half in this Class C non-league battle between Salamanca and Randolph. It's been a low-scoring affair. Very good defenses from both sides. McLaren giving it to Herrick. Wants to drive, goes up with it, and an offensive foul.
This away crowd's into it, Jake. They really are. I mean, we're right next to the student section for the Randolph side of the spectrum and the cheerleaders for Salamanca on the other side to us. So we definitely have the crowd, and you can feel the pulse both ways.
Here's now Herrick getting the transition bucket, points off turnovers. There's now a pass. It's stolen away. Pass is now tipped. McLaren with it over to Hogue, and now Brown with it, floating up on the shot, and he'll have a chance to go to the line to shoot two. And this is the guy so far that Lucas Brown, has been their main scorer, likes to shoot the three, hasn't found his touch yet, and has been scoreless so far.
I don't want to say that he hasn't lost his touch. He's had a hand in his face, and every shot he's taken has been contested. You got to give Randolph's defense a ton of credit right there, because they really are contesting his shots. And the same thing that what Salamanca's doing on their defense, right? Besides the couple threes that we've seen Ernie Hind hit, really every shot has been contested. It's when the shot's not contested is when there's finally been points put up on the board.
Brown going 1 of 2 from the line. Now Drew Hind to Owen Nelson. Connolly trying to get by Hogue, and the foul's called against him. Huntington, nice swing pass, getting over to Hind, hitting the right side of the rim and out. Brown, bounce passing it to Harley Hogue, along the baseline, kicking it out for three, hitting it, top of the key. Hayden Hogue, the senior. Trying to get that bounce pass to Drew Hind. Trying to get right by, able to find Connolly though. Trying to drive, Gabe McCoy, wide open underneath. Gabe McCoy didn't play for Randolph the past season. Was over down in Florida playing basketball his junior year. Comes back his senior year and made a big impact in this game. Three on the way. Going in and out. Harley Hogue with the offensive board. Tried to kick it out, but it's stolen away by Owen Nelson. Nelson on a drive, trying to kick it out. Hind open for three. Bang! Drew Hind.
His shot has been there and more today.
They swing it to the left side. McLaren now with it against Gabe McCoy. Tried to find Harley Hogue, and it's stolen away. There's now Nelson, the Huntington, kicking it out. Three on the way. That one's short. Gets the offensive board. Goes underneath, and
he locked knees.
The foul will be underneath against Salamanca.
So right now, the biggest shooter on the court has been Hind. No question about it right now early in this game. You cannot leave him wide. I can't believe how wide open he's been on a couple of these shots after he's already shown that he's on fire right now from three-point land.
21 total points for Randolph, and Drew Hind has 14 of them. It's now Owen Nelson and Lucas Brown with the big steal, and he gets the wide open two. Roan Kelly trying to find an open man, gives it to Connolly. Huntington fakes the three, tries to drive, kicks it out though. Kelly for three off the front rim. And a quick transition. Salamanca going up for their layup, too short off the glass. Gets the offensive board. Find it swinging around the Brown. Being guarded by Hind. He'll try to go up for his shot. Faces contact and will shoot two more from the line.
When shooters are struggling, I also say trying to get their points up on the board, the best thing I think you can do is drive into the paint. Make something happen at the glass, right? Either get contact so you can get to the free throw line, or you're going to get yourself a layup. Love that move by Brown to be able to get in there and do what he does to be able to put points up on the board.
Substitution for Salamanca, Jackson Ross, the sophomore, will check into the game for Harley Hogue and for Randolph. Looks like that was number 10. Griffin Nelson comes in for Owen Nelson. Lucas Brown shooting 2 of 2 from the line that time. Currently has 5 points, all coming from this quarter. Now Griffin Nelson, and a timeout called by Randolph's head coach Kevin Hind, and needed to, as that Salamanca press was being very dominant.
I think one thing that you're going to see that Randolph's going to have to figure out, especially going into the second half, is how do I get McCoy involved in this game, right? He's one of my top scorers in this game. We really haven't been able to get him the ball and make something happen down low. Got to think how you're either going to get the ball down low to him or try to get some set of plays or some sort of picks, different things, pick and rolls to be able to get him more involved into the game. He is your top scorer, and he's somebody that you know is going to need to make an impact in this game. Flip side with Brown, like we're already seeing Brown now doing a couple different things, trying to penetrate into the glass, do something inside to help his game. Because, boy, he can jump, he can rebound. He's doing everything he can to try to put points up on the board. But right now our two main scorers got to be able to figure out how you're going to get these guys involved in this game and into the flow of the game to really make it happen. We saw early on, though, Salamanca try to do it with McCoy. I'm sorry, we saw Randolph trying to do it with McCoy early on, but Salamanca's adjustment was what? Triple team down on him. Remember that play, Jake? He's got to know then, I got to get that and kick it out, because I'll tell you, if Hines going to be sitting there wide open when you get triple team, get him the ball, and then you make him hurt that way. Then take away that triple team, and then watch the game open up for you down low. But this press that Salamanca has, this is key. This is a big reason why they have offense. Defense leads to offense, and Salamanca does it with their defense.
Hind able to break right through that press. 90 seconds left to go in the first half. Connolly wanted the three, didn't like it. Finding Drew Hind now. Hind to Connolly, going with his left, kicking it out to Huntington in the corner. Finding now is Hind. He'll take the three. Hitting front rim, not getting the roll. And it goes off of a Salamanca player. Looked like that went off of Cole Headland. So Randolph will get a full shot clock, new possession. With 1:11 left to go in the first half, they're up 21-17. Huntington facing a double team. Hines able to fake out the three and gets it off the glass.
I don't know, Jake, you think he called it?
The bank that time was open for Drew Hind. Less than a minute to go. Salamanca trying to respond real quick. Herrick to Brown. He'll take the three. Bang! There's that three by Lucas Brown. Cuts the lead down to 3. Huntington to Connolly. He'll take a three-pointer. That one's short. Drew Hind with the offensive board. Swing it around from Connolly to Huntington for 3. And he ended up traveling.
The theme of this so far first half is defense. That's really been the key. Both teams just really doing a great job defensively.
We're going to get a quick substitution.
And you're finally seeing Brown get his shot too there, buddy, too, right? You talked about.
Hayden Hogue checked right back to the ball game for Jackson Ross. Hogue lost his dribble, finding Brown. Another three-pointer. Bang! Lucas Brown, the right wing, ties it up. Huntington with 10 seconds to go. 3 for Kelly. That's too strong. Offensive board, though, from Connolly. Big steal with 1 second left. Tries to shoot it down. It's not going to mean anything as the first half comes to an end. A slow start for Salamanca, but they're able to come back in this low-scoring affair thanks to Lucas Brown.
You got to hear the crowd in our mics, all right? You really do. But what we say, Brown, you knew, shooter, shoot, keep shooting. He does. Finally gets hot right here at the end of the half. That's big right there for Salamanca, especially if he could come out. But I like the adjustment, right, for Salamanca. What did I say to Brown? Goes in, tries to find stuff into the paint, gets some points, probably puts some points up on the board, comes outside, gets the shot, bam, there's what it is. What are the adjustments now that you're going to see? As far as I'm concerned defensively, both teams, I'm not making many changes defensively. My defense has been key and has really been the reason for all the success that we've seen so far. But I'll say is, Randolph, I believe the adjustment needs to be, how do we get McCoy involved in this game?
I want to thank everyone so far for tuning into this broadcast live on Western New York Athletics Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube page. I'm Jacob Fyack. Alongside me is Tom Prince. We'll take a break in the action, and when we come back, we'll have the start of the second half live on Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYimmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And...
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Welcome back, everyone, to Western New York Athletics for a little bit of our halftime show. We got 5:07 remaining in the first half intermission in this Class C battle between Salamanca and Randolph. We're all knotted up at 23, and so far that didn't look like the case after the end of the first quarter when Randolph was able to get that big lead, but some really good late scoring at the end of the second half, especially from Lucas Brown, getting his three-point shooting towards the end of the second quarter, and hopefully we see that the rest of the way.
Absolutely. And look, this is what it's all about today, right? Beat cystic fibrosis. This is what it's all about. And you can see the entire Salamanca community. They're in purple. We've seen the balloons. We've pointed out. In fact, we'll ask them, some of our people over here if we can get those signs up. And you can see they even have Andy signs over there. We'll see what they can do to be able to help us show that. But this has really been about a day to really go after something that is, affected by so many people in the country, especially N1 player right here in Andy Herrick. They've been doing it for 4 years, gave money from both teams. It's great to see right there. But, that's kind of where we stand. Do you have the point totals? I know they're a little bit unofficial, but what are the point totals that you have so far, Jake?
Well, right now we got Drew Hine leading the way for Randolph. He's got 16 points. And as for Randolph themselves, there's only 3 guys that have scored on this team. Drew Hine with 16 points. Right behind him, Gabe McCoy with 4, and Jaden Huntington with 3, who had that three-pointer in the second quarter. Whereas for Salamanca, Lucas Brown leads the way with 11 points. He's hit 2 3-pointers, 2 big ones towards the end of the second quarter. Right behind him is Andy Herrick with 7 points, and then Hayden Hogue, the senior, with 5 points, who had a big three-pointer as well along the top of the key through that second quarter.
So we're going to go right now. Take a look over there. Right, this is them. This is the supporting right now. Andy right there. See the support? They're showing their teammate right there, Andy out there. What a great job you're seeing over there. This is what it's all about today right here. You can see, you hear the community right now supporting them up. This is what you like to see. This is what a community is. This is what it's all about. We got a rivalry game to boot, and guess what? The rival came here and helped support this foundation today too. What a great job! I'm telling you, we've got a game. We've got a great support. We've got a great kid that we're here to support. On top of it, right? A great community. I mean, there's so many positive things that we're here to talk about. Love absolutely what I'm seeing right here today. And now will be the big differences. What adjustments, though, do these 2 coaches make that are going to come out here to be able to finish this one off? The good news for Salamanca, their man got hot, right? They wanted Brown to find it. He did. He went out there and did exactly what he needed to do. But I'm going to tell you, this gentleman right here coming out on the court here, right, Hind, has been lights out from three-point land. He's also added a couple of 2 points in there. He has about 60% of the points scored right now for the Randolph team. And that's also why I said we talked about coming into this game. Their number 1 scorer in this game, right, is McCoy. And McCoy right now has got in this game, I want to say 4 points, right? So 1 basket in each quarter. They've got to find a way to open things up for him. But to be honest with you, if they can get into a half-court set at all, which Salamanca has not allowed them to get into a half-court set. That defense has been suffocating, right, when you think about that. But if they can get themselves into a half-court set, you can set some things up down low for McCoy. And even if McCoy becomes the decoy where they have that triple team or that double team, somebody collapse, he's got to know where that's coming from to be able to get the kick out to his man that he wants to be able to shoot the ball that's going to be wide open. And I'll tell you, Salamanca, keep doing what you're doing. That defense is leading to your offense between steals, between stops, right? And then you got your shooter right now. Keep doing the defense because that's going to lead to what needs to be big points.
So we got about 40 seconds left to go here in the first half intermission. So we'll stay right here on the broadcast. As not too long, as soon as this ends, we'll get back into this non-league matchup, into the second half action. And we talked a little bit earlier before the start of this broadcast, and even a little bit right before tip-off, how, there's only 9 games into the season so far for both squads. Obviously, it's a little early to tell as we're basically at that halfway point with playoffs going to roll around within a month. But
this is an indication of
yeah,
two
this is
big
an
teams.
indication that this is two big teams. This is their second go-around, and wouldn't be surprised if they go to round 3 once the playoffs roll around, and maybe that round 3 will be the Class C title game.
I agree with you, Jake. I am not disagreeing with you at all, buddy. I'm right there with you.
So we got Owen Nelson right in front of our broadcast table, and we are underway for the second half. Hind using the screen with Connolly as he moves from right to left. Huntington getting the screen from McCoy. McCoy rolls, he faces a double team, sets up Connolly for an open 3, but McCoy with the putback.
That's how to do something for yourself right there, right? Offensive rebound.
Harley Hogue with that and steps out of bounds. Turnover.
Early on, Jake, right? What did we see early? See the pick and roll we saw up top? That's getting McCoy involved. That was the start right there of it. Then McCoy says, I'm going to take it myself. Big offensive rebound right there with the putback to be able to get himself involved in this second half early.
Here's now Huntington. Feeding it to Connolly. Trying to go along the baseline, finding McCoy, but it's stolen away by Hayden Hogue. There's now McClarney trying to find someone. He finds Hogue over to Herrick. Now to Harley Hogue. Can't do nothing along the baseline. He kicks out to Herrick. Herrick along the wing. Trying to go up with a Euro step. And a nice attempt, but the foul, I believe they'll put it on the floor.
Yep, they did say it was on the floor to go out of bounds. They'll take it out.
Now Hayden Hogue with the long pass to Herrick. Brown, nice job finding Harley Hogue underneath, but it was too strong. And Hind will get called for a turnover on there. Looked like it was a carry.
Over and back, he said.
Over and back?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Herrick trying to drive, feeding it to Harley Hogue. He wasn't expecting it. This pass gets tipped, but Drew Hind will keep it. Long pass to Huntington, and the foul called against Brown. That was a long pass. It's stolen away. Long pass, though, to Brown along the right wing, giving it over to Hayden Hogue. Nice feed, trying to find Harley Hogue. He was open, but too strong. And another Salamanca turnover.
He wanted that one back. He said, I just missed it. He wanted that in the second chance at that one.
Salamanca trying to use that press. It's tipped, and they keep it in play. A really good turnover. Brown for 3, and hits it!
Shoot or shoot, you keep doing it, and you're going to find it eventually. That's why he's one of the top scorers here, not only in this game, but in all the C Conference.
And that press got into the mind of Drew Hind. He was over the court, gave it back to his teammate, and it created a turnover. Over the court violation, and that will set up a timeout by Randolph with 5:45 remaining in the third quarter. Salamanca getting their lead 26-25. We'll take a break in the action. You're watching Western New York Athletics.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, Find similar properties and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Being home.
As Randolph still currently in this timeout, they're now down by 1 with 5:45 remaining in the third quarter. I believe that's Salamanca's actually first lead of the game after getting that bucket.
Agree with you. And again, it's been the defense that we talked about. Don't change a thing, right? That defense will lead to your offense, and that's exactly what's happened early here in the second half.
Handoff from Hayden to Harley Hogue. Herrick, he'll take the three. Bit of a line drive, couldn't get the roll. Offensive boards there. Brown, deep three. That's short. Third time's the try. Here's now McClarney trying to go up, but the foul is going to be on the floor. Get a substitution now from the Cardinals. Number 2, that is Roan Kelly, the sophomore. He'll come in for Carson Connolly. McClarney able to fake McCoy out and uses the glass to get his bucket in, his first one of the game.
Good job of being patient on that one.
Hine facing the double team, trying to find Huntington, and this will sail out of bounds. And this is something that press that I saw when they took on Fredonia. This is what you can do when you get into the mind games against your opponent with that great of a press.
It's even more aggressive than I think it was in the first half.
McClarney finding Harley Hogue. They kick it out. Hayden Hogue doesn't take the three. Brown now gets it, facing a double team. Hayden Hogue over now to Herrick. Trying to go by his right. They swing it around. Harley Hogue with a two-pointer. That's too strong. Herrick tried to get the putback, and the foul, though, is going to be on the floor. He did go up while shooting.
Yeah, he was in the air on that one. I'm with you on that one, Jake. I thought he was in the air on that one, but he said, nope, official says it's on the floor, and they're going to do exactly right there.
Looks like we had another substitution. Number 10 for Randolph, Griffin Nelson, comes in for Owen Nelson. There's Hayden Hogue to McClarney. Initially being triple teamed, but it goes off him, and it's another Salamanca turnover.
You're saying it was a tip. He said it was the tip, and that's the reason why he called it the other way.
Huntington gives it over to McCoy. As he faces a double team, hands off to Huntington, and he stepped out of bounds. Was Huntington. And this press just showing why they're one of the more dominant ones, not only in the Southern Tier, but arguably in Western New York.
Jake, I'll tell you also, if they can start putting more points up on the board and making this hard, then it becomes even harder and harder to break the press, right? Now it's big to be able to make points if you're Salamanca.
Big thing for Salamanca is using that press to get points off turnovers. And this passing they've done has done a phenomenal job. McClarney finding Hayden Hogue. Brown moving along that free throw line back over to the wing. Now they try to find Harley Hogue. At the Hayden Hogue. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Herrick on the drive, going up for the Euro step and able to connect.
That's when you know it's your day right there, Jake.
Hind able to drive by to beat the press. Faces a double team, no, but gets it over along the baseline to Kelly. Trying to kick it out to Hind, and Hayden Hogue steals it away. Harley Hogue to Brown. In transition, give it to Harley Hogue, and able to get the bucket. Beautiful passing from Salamanca, and they are now in control, up 32-25.
What a pass. Unbelievable pass right there for those points.
Huntington. Going up again, behind to Huntington. They swing it around. Open three. That's too strong for Kelly. Hayden Hogue with the rebound. Herrick almost got stripped, but finds Brown. Now over to Herrick along the right wing. Giving it to Brown. 223s go after it, but Griffin Nelson able to get the steal. Bounce pass over to Drew Hine against Herrick. Goes along the baseline, kicks it out though. Griffin Nelson over to Huntington. They don't like the three. Hine now with it. Hitting out the front rim. McCoy trying to battle for it, but Hogue with the rebound, but then turns it over. And now a timeout called by Randolph. 2:33 left to go in the third quarter, and Salamanca making a little run for their own. They're up 32-25. We'll take a break in the action. You're watching Western New York Athletics.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNY.
Welcome back, everyone. We resume action right away as McCoy trying to go for the putback. And a foul was called against the Warriors. And we'll see if this put Gabe McCoy to the line, and it will. McCoy only with 6 points so far, and knocks down the first free throw attempt. And how about this for Randolph? They've put up 26 points so far, and McCoy along with Huntington and Hine are the only three that have able to record points, and McCoy goes 2 of 2 from the line.
We saw that the other night. Nichols in a big win that did that with only 3 guys scoring.
Brown saw that half-court trap, but they're able to beat it. Bounce passing it back over to Brown. Couldn't drive. Fadeaway jumper. Too strong off the front rim. And it'll go in possession of Randolph as the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Nichols versus Cardinal O'Hara. 3 guys scored in that game and got the win.
McCoy over to Huntington. No, it's the Hind for 3. Bang! Drew Hind along that right corner. Brown with the bounce pass over. Popping up for his 2-pointer. Hitting back iron. McClarney with the offensive board. Trying to go up for it underneath. Couldn't find it. They just go out of bounds and back in possession of Randolph.
Jake, you got to start thinking about making sure there's a guy on him. You really do. I mean, is that 17 for him?
Oh, for Drew Hine, right now he's got 19 points.
19 of the 30 points. You got to think about it. He can't be wide open for those threes.
How about this? Press defense. But then Griffin Nelson steals it away. Hind going underneath for reverse layup and in.
Make it 21, folks.
But how about this passing for Salamanca? Gets Lucas Brown open underneath. (36-30) as Hogue tried to get the steal, but he went out of bounds. Randolph keeps possession, but the lead.
Unbelievable game. I mean, back and forth, both teams answering. What a game, folks.
So right now, Salamanca with 34 points. On the screen here, it says Randolph with 32. Here's now Hind. Hind trying to find an open teammate. Gives it to Connolly. Conley, give it to Griffin Nelson, being guarded by Lucas Brown. Almost got stripped. Now over to Huntington. Back to Hind. Didn't want to take the 3. 5 seconds left. Connolly hit for the 3. And it rattles in and out. Hind knows for the putback and in. Less than 40 seconds to go. Running into a double team. And a jump ball's called. But Salamanca keeping possession.
Folks, hang on. We got a fourth quarter that's going to be big here.
All knotted up at 34. It's McClarney. Over to Hayden Hogue, down to Herrick, back to Hayden Hogue. Here's now Brown with the spin move, trying to go up, but the foul's on the floor against Randolph.
Neither team in foul trouble right now. You can see 3 fouls right now against Randolph, 2 fouls against Salamanca.
Hayden Hogue to Harley Hogue, but it's too strong. Couldn't get the offensive board. Griffin Nelson trying to break it through, finding Huntington open. He'll drive, cut right in for the layup, and the foul. Randolph gets their lead back, and they have a chance to make it a 3-point play. Substitution now, as Andy Herrick picked up his 3rd foul. Hayden Hogue will take a seat. Coming in for him was number 3, Jackson Ross. Huntington knocks it down for the 3-point play. Ross lobbing it over to Herrick. He tries to go right by, tries to cut through, but the blocking foul is called.
Boy, I didn't think the intensity could pick up, and it's even gone up another notch right now in the last 30 seconds.
4.6 seconds to go in the 3rd. Harley Hogue trying to find Lucas Brown for 3. That's short. Put back though for Herrick, it's in! And the ref is gonna count the bucket. So as we end the 3rd quarter, Andy Herrick on Beat Cystic Fibrosis night, able to cut the lead down to 1. Randolph leads 37-36.
Beat cystic fibrosis, beat the buzzer, beat it all right now is what Andy Herrick is saying. Unbelievable. We got a game here. I mean, this is just everything you could have asked for and more, especially on the playoff weekend right now. We got this. This is the kickoff to the Bills right here. Come on, how could you guys not get excited about this here in Western New York?
What we'll do is we'll take a quick break, a very quick break. When we come back, we'll have the start of the 4th quarter. You're watching Western New York Athletics.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Being home.
And welcome back, everyone, to Western New York Athletics. I'm Jacob Fike. Alongside me is Tom Prince. We're live here at Salamanca High School for a Class C non-league matchup between Salamanca and Randolph. Salamanca took the first battle against this Randolph team on the 28th, winning 68-64. Been more of a low-scoring affair, but so far, just like the first game, it's been close. Connolly up and in, extends the lead to 3. That's actually his first bucket of the game. Herrick now with it. Getting over to Lucas Brown. He bounce passes it over for McClarney for 3. Hitting right iron. Herrick, though, tried to go up for it, but it's stolen away. It's now Huntington. Over from Griffin Nelson to Conley. He'll take the 3. That one's short. Gabe McCoy for the offensive board. Couldn't get the putback. 3rd time's a try. Yes, sir! Gabe McCoy. In addition to that foul, he'll go to the line for a 3-point play.
Big difference in how Randolph's come out here in the 4th quarter. Both times, penetration into the paint right there, right? We saw first, you saw comes down there where Conley gets penetration in the paint, and then McCoy, we've been talking about him. He has been big on the boards. He comes up big right there, and now 5-point lead going over to Randolph.
And I believe Randolph's the team that called timeout with 7:11 remaining in this game. They're up 41-36, and a nice little comeback they've had of their own. And they've done a good job in beating the Salamanca press, which has led to them using their half-court offense to try to find some open shot opportunities. And not only that, they're getting a good second-chance bucket opportunity as well, thanks to guys like Gabe McCoy underneath.
Well, also what's helped that, right, is that there hasn't been a score right there by Salamanca. So they've been able to get out in front of that full-court press. So the fact that Salamanca's not scoring is helping them get on their offense quicker, so you can't let Salamanca get set up on that full-court press and really do the stops they need to do. Salamanca's got to put points up on the board, get back to that press real quick, try to get some turnovers caused. But free throws will be key the rest of the way. And fouls. Randolph's got 5, Salamanca's got 4.
McCoy misses it, but Huntington with the offensive rebound. There's now Hind to Griffin Nelson, back to Huntington. They swing it back from right to left. Connolly for the floater, it's too strong. Brown with the rebound, trying to go in transition, kicking out to Hayden Hogue. To Brown, he'll take the 3, hitting front iron and out. Hind thought about the 3, they'll swing it around, open 3, too strong. Ball is tipped. Conley, though, wide open for the layup, but can't get the friendly roll. McClarney for the rebound, and we'll get a foul called against Randolph. And Hayden Hogue, it's like he has been dealing with an injury. Looks like he needs a substitution.
Conley been big here so far in the fourth quarter. Done a good job of penetration of the paint. Now you've seen him go after the offensive rebounds. He's been a big difference right here in the fourth.
And coming in for Hayden Hogue is number 14, Cole Headland. Nice little pass over to Harley Hogue. Down to Herrick. Tries to cut right through. Nice feed, though. The Brown, who was wide open, couldn't get the shot, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. A nice fortunate opportunity for Brown. He was wide open underneath, but he draws the foul and will shoot 2 from the line.
Herrick does a great job of penetration into the paint, right? You see then the collapse happens against him, and then he finds Brown, the open man right there. Just couldn't put it away, but at least gets to the line.
Second one doesn't go in. He'll go 1 of 2 from the line. Hind takes the 3. Hits left side of the rim and out. Brown trying to find a teammate. Give it to Headland. As Brown tries to cut right through. Herrick with it. Trying to drive along the Harley Hogue against Huntington, and it doesn't matter. He gets it inside. Leads now cut down to 2 for Randolph. 41-39's our score. McCoy over to Drew Hind. They swing it back over to the top of the key. Now back to the right wing. Huntington knocks it down. The junior with a big three-pointer. He had one in the first half. Gets his second one here in the game. Harley Hogue down the Brown. In this 2-3 zone shown by Randolph. Headland trying to find Brown. He does. Over to Harley Hogue. He's open for 3. That one's too strong. Huntington with the big board. Hind. Top of the key, Huntington, another 3. That one hitting right side of the rim as it goes out of bounds off Salamanca. Actually, excuse me, off Randolph, and Salamanca will get the ball. Substitution for the Cardinals. Owen Nelson comes in for Griffin Nelson. Headland facing a double team, finding Herrick. Herrick trying to cut right by, trying to go up with it, and a hold on Randolph, and he'll shoot 2.
And that right there, the 8 fouls against Randolph. That's right now the big difference. So they are now going to shoot 1-1 the rest of the 1-1 until, of course, 10 fouls. But they're now shooting at the free throw line. Free throws will be the key right now in this game as we try to finish this one.
Herrick knocks the first free throw. He knocks down both his free throws, and it's a 3-point lead with a timeout called with 4:38 remaining in the game. Randolph's up 44-41. We'll take a break in the action. You're watching Western New York Athletics.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Being home.
Welcome back, everyone, to Western New York Athletics in this low-scoring but very tight battle between Randolph and Salamanca. Both the Class C school varsity programs have had a nice battle so far as they did in their first matchup. And Salamanca won their first matchup on the road against Randolph. And Randolph, with 4 minutes and 38 seconds left, they're able to hold off. They can do the same thing what Salamanca did to them back on December 28th, winning a big game on the road.
Absolutely. I mean, this has had that feel like whoever's going to have the ball last is going to win this game, right? That's been the feel that we've had all along. But what a great game, and it's been about defense. Here comes that full court press. We knew it was going to come back at one point. Salamanca's in it right now.
Screen by Huntington trying to find Drew Hine, and he's stripped initially, and surprised that wasn't an over and back call.
I'm shocked it wasn't either because it happened down here, which is why I'm shocked that it wasn't over and back. And Coach, look at Coach. He's asking for it too. Why wasn't it?
So Randolph able to beat the press. Owen Nelson. There's 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Drew Hine with it. And he ended up traveling.
Yeah, the pivot foot just picked up. We saw it. But you saw that defense coming up big, almost got another turnover.
Herrick against a double team, finds Headland, over to McClarney, trying to go up with it. Shot's not going to count. And Randolph, like you mentioned, should bring up a 1-1 for Salamanca. That's now 9 team fouls.
Which means now the next foul, 2 free throws the rest of the way from now on, right? So this is big. This is where Salamanca, if they're going to have any chance to win this, they're going to need to win it right here at the free throw line.
Both the number 10s for Randolph and Salamanca. Hayden Hogue for Salamanca and Griffin Nelson for Randolph both check into the ball game. McClarney missed the first free throw, and McCoy boxing out Harley Hogue for a key rebound. It's Drew Hine trying to feed it to Gabe McCoy. He was open, but the pass was behind McCoy, and a turnover.
And Randolph's going to answer with a full court press of themselves right now.
It's now Lucas Brown facing the double team, and it's going to go initially off Salamanca, and that big turnover gets Randolph the ball back.
So ended up going off Brown on that one. And I'll tell you, normally you would see a player complain if if he felt it wasn't, and he didn't. So you got to think that was a good call right there.
Huntington using that screen, pop to the outside, now trying to drive as he faces a double team. Connolly for 3, and that one hits right iron and off. It's now Hayden Hogue getting by Griffin Nelson. Herrick on a drive, kicking out to Harley Hogue. Along the baseline to the right wing. Herrick tried to go, but he's pickpocketed by Conley. 3:05 left to go in this game. Only a 3-point lead separates Randolph, who's ahead of Salamanca. Harley Hogue with a beautiful steal. Here's Hayden Hogue. Bounce passing to McClarney. Trying to go up for it, and the foul's called against, I believe, Gabe McCoy. He acknowledges it, and that should be 2 free throws for Salamanca.
And I think that's 4 on McCoy at the same exact time.
So that's 10 team fouls for Salamanca. And you're correct, Tom. That's 4 fouls on McCoy. Clarney's first free throw attempt doesn't get the nice roll. And a mix of substitutions for Hayden Hogue. Cole Hedlund comes back into the game as Hogue is dealing with the, looks like he has a bit of a, I don't know if any stiffness towards his back calf, using the roller to able to get some stretching going on that. Conley over to McCoy. It's tipped and stolen away. Brown with it. Harley Hogue trying to drive. Finds McClarney. Trying to kick it out though to Herrick. Can't find anyone. Now Brown with it. Brown over to Harley Hogue. Over to McClarney. Trying to drive, going up for it. Off the glass. Can't get the roll. Hedlund trying to go for the offensive board, but Randolph will bring it in the other direction. Griffin Nelson over to from Hine to Conley. Back to Hine. Nelson for 3. It rattles in and out. Brown trying to save it, but it goes off Salamanca, and Randolph will keep possession.
All I can say is, wow, how can you not just watch? I mean, in and out, shots are right there. I think we're going to get a timeout right here called by Salamanca, though.
So Owen Nelson checked back into the ballgame. We're going to get a timeout called here with 2:06 to go in the game. It is now a 2-point lead for Randolph. They're up 44-42.
I will say this, Jake. If Salamanca doesn't come back to win this game, the first thing they're going to look at is the free throw line. Right, you can't be missing those free throw shots. Those are the freebies. Time stops. That's the way to get back in this game. There's a 10-4 foul discrepancy right now, and if you get to the line, you've got to make sure you put down those free throws.
Yeah, absolutely. And then even those last sequences where, you know, if they at least get half those free throws, there's at least a tied ball game.
That's the point I was making right there, right? Especially when we started seeing them shooting. You can't be missing some of those free throws. They got to make sure they make. 2 minutes still left in this one, a lot to go. But I'll tell you, the press from Salamanca has been big right here. And I agree with you. It looks like over there, as far as Hogue, Hayden Hogue, I think he must be cramping. I think that's a cramping that's going on right now in his calf. That's where a lot of the times that happens, and the cramping that goes is right in that area. You know, you hope that's all that it is and it's not an injury. But, you know, listen, cramping doesn't matter whether it's 3 degrees outside, right, or what it is. It happens in any kind of weather.
Well, we knew he got tangled up earlier in the game, so you don't know if it might just be like a Charlie horse or something, using a roller just to massage that back calf so he can try to get back into this game as soon as possible. He is their main point guard. Huntington over from Griffin Nelson, to Drew Hind. Going to the right wing to Huntington, finding McCoy underneath the post. He goes up with it and gets it. "12 points for Gabe McCoy. Hedlund, it goes over him, and it's stolen away. Griffin Nelson for the open layup. A costly turnover, and it provides the freshman his first bucket. And Randolph gets called for a foul.
What a great job by Randolph coming out of the timeout, right? They get they get their big man McCoy involved right away. He does a great job of putting points up on the board. Then the defense comes up with the steal. That's how you want to come out of a timeout, no doubt about it. But remember now, even a foul like this way away from the basket, they're shooting 2 right now. And Hoag's back in the game right now. You can see he's got a little bit of a limp there still, but he is back.
Did you just hear
They started doing the national anthem.
They were doing the Pledge of Allegiance to distract Lucas Brown. And it works that time. Then he goes 1 or 2 from the line. I've never heard that before from a fan base. Now we get a ball that goes.
I think they called timeout. They gave him the timeout.
So initially it was almost a jump ball, but a timeout was called by Randolph with 1:23 remaining in the game.
Very quickly, the success so far for Salamanca has been that defense in this full court press. To get into that press, you need a basket, right? That's going to be critical right now to a basket. Now, the only thing is they'll also come out of this because the ball's going to come out of bounds. As you know, Randolph will still take it out of bounds. It's almost like a made basket here. So they're going to come out in that full court press. You know, Randolph right now is talking about how do we break this press right now to be able to give us the opportunity to put points on the board. This is right now a critical time. If Salamanca is going to pull this off, they've got to right now get a turnover. 5 points, a minute 23. It's not, overwhelming, but it's still, you got to come up big with a steal right here.
Yeah, anything like that, you get a big steal, they get some quick transition buckets off turnovers. That'll definitely cut the lead down quickly, and it's definitely manageable in this situation. But you got to make sure that even if that press is broken, though, you got to play a hard defense the rest of the way and make sure they don't get any offensive rebounds either.
For folks, tomorrow probably you'll see it all out. We'll have out on social media our post-game interviews. We'll be doing interviews after this post-game with our players of the game. Look out for those tomorrow on our social media platforms.
Is they able to manage to beat the press? Huntington with the ball. They swing it around to Owen Nelson, trying to find Gabe McCoy. Hind fakes the 3. Trying to give it to Huntington. He now gets it over to Griffin Nelson, and he gets it right back. Trying to kick it out to Owen Nelson. 10 seconds left. Killing as much clock as they can. Hind over to Huntington for 3. That one goes in and out. Herrick trying to get to it, but a big offensive rebound. Underneath the baseline, and a foul called.
That was a huge offensive rebound right there. And that probably is the one key difference we've seen in this game between both teams, right? The offensive rebounds that have been put back or opportunities second, third time that Randolph's been able to pull off. Huge on the boards for Randolph.
Nelson to Huntington. Over to Conley. And Brown will go in for the intentional foul.
Now that is only 6th, so it's not a shooting foul. It's still on the ground. They're going to get a chance to inbound it again, look for a very quick foul, and then it's 1-and-1 from there.
And we're going to have a timeout call with 41.6 seconds left. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break in the action. You're watching Western New York Athletics.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
The most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com.
41.6 seconds remain in this game between Randolph and Salamanca. Randolph up 48-43. Griffin Nelson with it, and the intentional foul called on Salamanca, and that will put up a 1-and-1 situation. And that is Lucas Brown's 4th foul. And I think the big interesting thing here is, depending on how these free throws go late in the game.
Did they put that up, or was that still the last foul from from McCoy. I didn't know if they had put it up yet.
No, so the first free throw attempt's good by Connolly. That's actually Lucas Brown, who also has 4 fouls as well, which brings up a good point. He's, arguably your best shooter. Do you want him trying to get these intentional fouls?
You really don't. Right now, with 40 seconds, you don't have a choice, right? It's got to be quick.
Connolly going 2 of 2 from the line. Brown over to Herrick. Trying to take that deep 3. Hitting back iron, and Hind with the board. And the foul called on, I believe that'll be Lucas Brown's 5th and final foul.
And it's 7-point lead right now for Randolph with 29 seconds. That could be it right now. I got to tell you, this may be one of the most innovative crowds that I've heard as far as their chants, all the things they do for Rand. And it's the visiting team in Randolph that I've been amazed. It's been fun to listen to. And it's just been all fun. Like, both teams really having a lot of fun with their crowds. A lot of positivity in this game, no doubt about it. And like I said, folks, after this game, we are going to do some post-game interviews. Tomorrow, probably out on social media, look out. We'll have some highlight reels of some of the players in this game that did some big things in this game. Look out for our post-game interviews. They'll have highlights in those interviews, too. A lot more to come from this game.
Clarity trying to go up. I think trying to go for a dunk attempt.
Yeah.
Wasn't going to get it, though. Herrick's 3-pointer hits left iron and out. And another intentional foul call.
Look at those stands. Look at those stands shaking right there, Jake. They literally were rocking the stands right there. His calf right now, Hoag's calf right now is really bothering him. And he's having trouble just walking off the court. Oh, man, I hope he's okay. So they're trying to stretch it out right now on the court. But, boy, Hayden, you are definitely the backbone right now of this offense. Does a great job of running this offense. He's critical to this team. So let's hope he's okay, that this is just some sort of a cramp that he's having issues with. That's really what we're hoping for. But 17 and a half seconds right now left in this one. Randolph back at the line. Boy, we got some decisions to make, right? Who we're going to do some interviews with.
Absolutely. It was such a back and forth battle we had from both sides. It could have been every single one. Could have done like both interviews from both sides.
Yeah.
This has been such a really competitive game. Brown for 3. And added more stuff to this game. The ball gets stuck in between the net and backboard.
Never fails. It really doesn't. This may be the first chant that Randolph's on that I actually have heard chants done.
As the clock winds down, Randolph does the same thing Salamanca did back on December 28th in their first meeting. They take the win on the road, only for this final score in round 2. Randolph takes it 52-43. And as for both Randolph and Salamanca, Randolph will move to 9-1 on the season. And for Salamanca, they'll move to 8-2. Want to thank everyone for tuning into this broadcast live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. For our camera guy, Russ Pataglia, our producer, Heidi, our color commentator, Tom Prince, I'm Jacob Fayak, signing off on this broadcast. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Have a great weekend, and go Bills.
Go Bills!
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. you'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Being home.